Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying back in time to ancient Rome to stand in the shadow of one of the most iconic structures ever built, the Colosseum. What images come to mind when you hear that name? Gladiators? Epic battles? Roaring crowds? Well, you're not wrong, but the story of the Colosseum is so much deeper and more fascinating than just that. Imagine this. It's the year 80 AD. The grandest amphitheater the world has ever seen has just been completed after nearly a decade of construction. This wasn't just a building, it was a statement, a gift to the Roman people from the Flavian emperors, designed to host spectacular public events and showcase the immense power and engineering genius of the Roman Empire. Its official name was actually the Flavian Amphitheater, but it became known as the Colosseum, likely because of the colossal statue of Emperor Nero that once stood nearby. Now let's talk about the sheer scale of this place. The Colosseum was an architectural marvel, standing almost 160 feet tall. That's like a modern 16-story building. It could hold an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators. Think about a major sports stadium today. The Romans built something of that magnitude 2,000 years ago. The seating was tiered, just like modern stadiums, with the best seats at the bottom for the emperor and senators, and the highest seats for the common folk. It even had a retractable awning, called the velarium, to shade the audience from the hot Roman sun. But what really went on inside these massive walls? The inaugural games, ordered by Emperor Titus, lasted for 100 days straight. The Colosseum was the ultimate entertainment venue. It hosted everything from grand processions and reenactments of famous battles to mock sea battles, where the entire arena floor would be flooded. And of course, there were the infamous gladiatorial contests. Gladiators were often slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals, trained in special schools to fight. They weren't just randomly hacking at each other. They were highly skilled combatants, each specializing in different weapons and armor. A fight was a spectacle, a mix of martial skill and showmanship. While many fights did end in death, it wasn't always the case. A gladiator who fought bravely could be spared, his fate often decided by the roar of the crowd and the turn of the emperor's thumb. It was a brutal, yet complex part of Roman culture, symbolizing both the Roman obsession with martial prowess and their disregard for the lives of the less fortunate. Beneath the arena floor was another world entirely, the hypogeum. This was an intricate two-level network of tunnels and chambers. Imagine a backstage area filled with gladiators waiting for their turn, wild animals in cages, and elaborate stage machinery. Elevators and trapdoors allowed animals, scenery, and fighters to be hoisted up, appearing as if from nowhere in the middle of the arena, adding to the surprise and excitement for the crowd. Lions, tigers, bears, and even elephants were brought from all corners of the empire to be part of the show. For over 400 years, the Colosseum was the heart of Roman entertainment. But as the empire declined and tastes changed, the games eventually ceased. The last recorded gladiatorial fight was in the 5th century. Over the following centuries, the Colosseum fell into disrepair. Earthquakes caused significant damage, and its stones were quarried and repurposed for other buildings throughout Rome, including St. Peter's Basilica. Today, even in its ruined state, the Colosseum is an awe-inspiring sight. It attracts millions of visitors each year, all of us trying to imagine the thunderous applause, the clash of steel, and the sheer spectacle of it all. It stands as a powerful symbol, a monument to the incredible achievements of Roman engineering and architecture, but also a somber reminder of the brutality and violence that was central to Roman life. It represents both the glory and the darkness of one of history's greatest empires. Thanks so much for joining me on this trip to ancient Rome. What part of the Colosseum's history fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next historical adventure. See you next time.